Well, hello, boys and girls, ladies and gents, and members of the Big Red Food Army. It's your boy, Big Red, back for another Fast Food Fat Man. And you're going to say, well, Big Red, you're sitting in your bedroom because we can see the bedpost right here, and this is where you do the words from a twisted mind. But guess what? It is, most indubitably, a Fast Food Fat Man. Why? Because I'm sitting in front of my computer, and I just ordered 3 pizzas, one from each different place, so we're going to have pizza war. We did a set time. We told them that we want them here for 6 p.m. And I ordered one from Domino's, one from Papa John's, and one from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's right around the corner from me, so, I mean, it's like, I don't know, maybe 3 blocks away. Out the apartment complex, down a half a block, and down around another 2 blocks, maybe. Papa John's is probably like 4 miles away, and Domino's is about 4.5 miles away. But we set them all for 6 p.m. And right now it's like let me see, it's a little after, it's about 10 after 1. We paid for them all, and we ordered all the same thing from each place. We ordered a Supreme, but each one calls it something different. You know the drill. So Domino's Supreme is called their Deluxe. Large, they didn't have no special. With delivery, tax, and the pizza is $22.71. Pizza Hut had a special, any size large, for whatever the price was with the delivery and the tax, came out to $16.24. So already that's a better deal. It's already $6 cheaper, $6 and some change cheaper. Papa John's, their equivalent of a Supreme is called the Works. And with tax, delivery, and the pizza is $21.37. I should have asked Pizza Hut what their non-special price is, but hey, you know what? It was a special. That's what they told me. I said, hey, I want a large Supreme pizza, and we got all the hand-tossed regular crust pizzas on all of them. So we're going to have a pizza battle. Hopefully they all show up at the same time, and they can fight about it in the parking lot or at my front door, or they could come in and battle royal on the living room floor. I don't care. But anyway, we're going to see who actually gets here first, because everything's paid for. You know, like I said, I paid for it on the old interwebs with the old debit card. Actually, I called and blah, 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 did it all over the phone. But they're all paid for. We're going to see, A, who gets here first. B, whose pizza is the hottest when it gets here. C, we're going to see which one is actually larger in diameter, because we ordered all large. We're going to see which one's crust looks better, which one's pizza looks better, and then which one tastes the best. That's what we're going to do. Pizza Wars up next. All right, so here we are. It is now, let me show you the time, document the time. It is now, it just turned 5:48, about a minute ago. Papa John's showed up. So Papa John's beat everybody to the punch. So there's going to be no battle in the front yard, you know, or in the parking lot, unfortunately. But there we are, as you can see, our Papa John's. Papa was the most expensive, but Papa was the first one here. And we're gonna go ahead and put this oven in the oven on warm, so we can keep it warm, because I can feel the bottom of the pizza right now. It's definitely warm. I'm gonna put the oven on. Bake, and we're just gonna put it down to like as low as it'll go, like 200, 145 or something. 170 is the lowest it'll go. So that, I guess 170 is the keep warm factor. So now we just gotta see who else shows up. And I mean, he showed up so quick, I wasn't even expecting him. I was sitting on the couch watching telly, and, well, I didn't even have a chance to grab my thing. I just heard somebody pounding on the door. But there we go. Papa John's, first on the scene. Unfortunately, there's not going to be a battle. Well, it still could be a Pizza Hut battle, and it could still be battle with Domino's. I don't know. We'll find out. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're back now. Let's note the time. It's 5:57. So a minute ago, who shows up to the party? None other than Pizza Hut. Look, let me show y'all. There we go. And there's our Pizza Hut box with our receipt and all that goodness. And they early. You know, it's better to show up early to a party than to show up late. You know, or especially, what if you're a surgeon and you need to operate on the heart? Well, these people are pizza people, and they delivering stuff from my stomach. They operating on my stomach. So, you know, hey, better to show up at the party early. So we automatically, by default, Domino's is going to be the last to the party. But we're going to go ahead and shove this here in the. I mean, let's feel how it's warm on the bottom. It's warm. It's not as hot. Just by touch, it's not as hot as Papa John's was. But there we go. You can see there's the Pizza Hut and Papa John's. So now we're just waiting on Domino's to show up. We got our temperature set at 170 to keep everything nice and warm. And I'm sad to say, there was no fighting. I wish they would have all showed up at 6 o'clock on the dot. It would have been such great view. But you know what? Hey, can't win them all. We'll be back when Domino's is here. All right, so last but not least to show up to the party, and late at that, let's see. Domino's clocks in at 6:13, which they were actually here a minute ago because I just answered the door. Okay, so let's get the other people out here to the party. Let me turn off the oven, clear. And then just feel the bottom of it. It feels a little less warm than all the others when they first showed up. So let's get the other ones out there.
Well, weren't they also the farthest away?
Yeah, but when you're timed, you should be here at this. If somebody calls and places a time delivery, you should be on time.
That explains why it'd be colder though, because the longer drive.
But you'd still accommodate for that. So there you go. There's that. Now let's go ahead and open them up because we got Supreme for all of them. Well, Domino's calls theirs Deluxe, Pizza Hut calls theirs Supreme, and Papa calls it the Works. So, just from looking at it, what do you think? Hold on, let me flip this around so they could all see. Just from looking at it, honestly, I think Domino's or Pizza Hut wins it for looks. Yeah, I think so too. Papa's been getting kind of shitty. This is the Domino's, and I mean, it doesn't look terrible. And here's the Pizza Hut, and it doesn't look terrible. You can see all the veggies, and you can see what everything is. It's not even rightly shaped. Papa's is a little misshapen, but they give you a garlic dipping sauce, and they give you a peppercorn pizza pepper there. But look-wise, I think Domino's and Pizza Hut's got it. Edging them out. Yeah, and Pizza Hut was the. Was Pizza Hut the cheapest? Yeah, Pizza Hut was the cheapest because they had a special. Any pizza, large. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to see. We already saw that Papa's is misshapen. Now we're going to measure. Because I got the thing. Yeah, hit the little thing, the little button there to lock it. All right, so we got our handy dandy measuring stick, and we're going to measure it across. So their large is roughly 14 inches. Let's show 14 inches across. And this one's a little discombobulated. You can just get it from one side. It's fine. This one is approximately 14 inches as well. But, I mean, it slid. You could see it slid in the box. 14. Now, Papa... Well, do it from both sides. I'm going to do it, yeah, because it's misshapen. Papa is like 13.5 this way, and if I go this way, it's like 15. So Papa, you got an East Texas waterhead baby there. Okay, go put that up and let's get some. We're gonna go ahead and get us some plates, and we're gonna put this battle to a taste test now. So time wise, Papa showed up on time. Papa showed up way early. They were like 10 minutes early. Pizza Hut was like 4.5, 5 minutes early, and Domino's was 13 minutes late. So go ahead and get you a slice or two of each of those.
I'm not gonna have more than two. I'm just gonna get one from the first round.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, son. Put the plate down and do right. Don't butcher. I mean, don't butcher it more than what it's butchered.
Come on. Already butchered. Calm down.
And go ahead and get you one of them papas. And move so I could get mine. All right, so we're gonna do, and we're gonna show you the order in which we put them so we remember. That one over there is Domino's. That one up there is Pizza Hut. And then we're going to go with Papa down at the bottom. We're going to eat the peppercorn because you don't want the peppercorn?
No. Usually I do, but I know you like them.
I love these things. I used to buy these by the jar. So, let's go. Do me a favor, go turn out the light there. Back there. I have my hands full. So, we're going to start with, and we can't really go by the warmth of the snap because we had the other ones sitting in the oven to keep warm. So,
just from feeling though, Papa's is still warm.
Yeah, but Papa's was in the oven.
Yeah.
At 170 degrees.
Oh, okay.
So was Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with Domino's since it's the one that should be theoretically the coolest at this point because it just showed up. So let's get down with that. This is, you know which one you're doing? Mm-hmm. Which one's which?
I'm going to start by the crust.
You're doing what, Domino's? Mm-hmm. Okay. Domino's, I could tell Domino's just by feeling the bottom. It always has that cornmeal grit at the bottom. They put it on the board while they roll out the dough. Keep it from sticking. Okay. And right off the bat, I could tell you like the Pizza Hut and the Domino's had an even amount of each topping. And you could readily see it. As where Papa's, you don't know what the hell you got under there because they just put more cheese on top and then burn it a little bit.
I wouldn't say they burn it, but they cook it some more with more cheese on top. It's not burnt.
And we went ahead and got the original crust of each. We didn't go fancy with deep dish or hand tossed or nothing like that. We went with the traditional, their regular. And to be fair, I'm not using the dipping sauce when I get to the Papa's because we already know what that's about. Just hot garlic butter. We want to taste the actual crust. You already on piece 2 or? Oh, it looks like you done took a bite of piece 2.
Yeah, I know, because that one was the Domino's, and it wasn't. Yeah, it looked the same for himself.
Okay, now we're going to go on to the Pizza Hut. Okay, I'm registering that. All right. Right off the bat, it has a slightly different taste. No grit on the bottom.
thinner crust.
It's a slightly thinner crust, so you get less doughy bread. It's not as firm. It's a little... I'm trying to figure out what the difference in that taste is.
I'm thinking it's the sauce.
I'm thinking it's the sauce.
And the sausage.
That's onion. The onion's slightly different. I think they use purple onions. Which that's what that is. It's a purple onion.
I don't like Domino's. But this crust, at least on the outside, is a little bit firmer and harder.
Oh, the actual crust?
The actual crust.
But the actual topping part had a different taste than Domino's. Definitely a difference in the sauce. The sauce is a little sweeter.
Yeah. And honestly, I think a slight bit thinner.
Yeah. It's a slightly sweeter sauce, but the toppings and the cheese is a little more saltier. But it balances out.
Yeah.
With the sweet sauce and the salty toppings. And let's get into the crust.
Definitely a bit firmer crust.
It is a little firmer, a little more choo-choo. But that's because I think it's smaller. You know what I'm saying? It's like thinner here and thinner wide ways. So it's more compact. But that means they put more topping and sauce.
That's true.
Go ahead and mute this. Just watching a documentary on General Tojo. What do you know about General Tojo? I know. He waged war in the United States. He's the one that went ahead and declared war and did the secret bombing of Pearl Harbor. Y'all got to that yet in your history class? Or no, y'all still in World War One.
Yeah, my first still in World War One.
I was learning some stuff in this video that I didn't even know. At first, he wasn't even going to war to help the Germans. He was just going to war to take over part of
China.
Southeast Asia and China. But he adopted the German mentality of war, of how he raided places. And the only reason he raided places was because the places he invaded were under British and Dutch and French. They were British, Dutch, and French colonies, and he wanted their resources. And they were getting bombarded by Germany, so they had no protection, so he just steamrolled them. You don't hear much about that. The only part of Asia World War II you hear about is
Japan and the US.
Japan versus the US, and the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and then the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But you don't hear about, them invading the Philippines and invading Southeast India and Northeast China and stuff like that. And they actually wanted to go to war with the Soviet Union. So let's get into this here, Papa. Papa, my last pizza video, I got y'all salted caramel brownie, and I got 2 pizzas, and y'all look just as assed out as this.
Get a bite of the pepperoni.
It's falling apart.
Well, I mean, that's because you had a lot of toppings on that piece.
And it's, the crust needs some Viagra. Papa's definitely got
with just like a piece of the pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like a slightly smoky flavor to it.
Let me see if I can
I
find
wouldn't
just
say
a...
a burnt flavor, but it's definitely a smoky flavor.
That wasn't just pure pepperoni here. So here's a piece of pure pepperoni.
So the pepperoni and the sausage, but one of them had a slightly smoky flavor that the others did not have.
Go with the sausage. The sausage is more of an Italian sausage. The pepperoni is not so smoky, but it does have a slightly different taste. And I find it amazing how
This one definitely has more cheese than all the others.
it's amazing how you could have all the same ingredients and have it all taste different. Now with the papas, you definitely get that Italian sausage flavor, and you get a lot of vegetable flavor.
Which I expected more of from the other two, honestly. Papa also has that great stuff on the bottom too.
Mm-hmm. It's cornmeal. Just to keep the dough from sticking to the bottom of the pan. Because it creates a very minuscule air pocket underneath. Okay, so the crust on the papas, you could tell the bread is more airy.
Yeah. I think honestly part of that would be to most likely go with their garlic butter thing.
So absorb it more. Okay, so
Small movement theory.
let's look at this at different angles. Papa's is the most expensive, so they lose on the price. So they're in last place for price. Pizza Hut's in first place for price, which puts Domino's in the middle, which is only $1 less than the Papa John's. In crust, let's talk about just the round part on the outside. What do you think had the better crust?
This is personal opinion by me because
What you got a pen for?
I'm gonna mark them down. Which one's got the most victories, so we remember.
Don't write on that. Right.
Back of my old
I know it's a little report card. Right on the front of that envelope there. It's fine. Or the back of that envelope.
Alright.
Okay.
So
So price.
alright, next.
And then next category is outer crust, or just put oat crust, and we know what it is.
Alright, next.
Bottom crust.
Alright.
Toppings. Arrival. Taste. And appearance. And friendliness of drivers. Okay. Friendliness of drivers, it's even straight across the board. They all get a... Okay. Price. Best price is Pizza Hut. Just put PZH. Because you're going to run out of room. Then price Next, put a slash because we're gonna put them in order. Slash, then Domino's, just put a D, and then last but not least, Papa.
PJ.
All right. Now, what's the next category we have written?
Outer crust.
Outer crust. Papa John's has the better outer crust, I think. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Pizza Hut.
Really? I'm going with because it was more airy. It was less hard, less choo-choo.
I like a little bit harder crusts.
Well, that's personally okay. So we split on that. I'm going with Papa John's.
Let's do this. Let's do Papa John's and PH. They're dead even.
That's for you. And then Domino's was dead last.
Domino's was dead last for both. So let's keep it as that.
And then in my book it was Papa, Pizza Hut, and then Domino's. But we do agree Domino's outer crust was the weakest.
All right, bottom crust.
Bottom crust? Papa's, I don't know if it was because it had so many toppings on it or the weight of the toppings where it was just so flimsy. I'm putting that dead last.
I'll agree with that.
So outer crust dead last is going to be Papa. And I'm going to have to go with Pizza Hut for the best bottom crust and then Domino's in the middle. So we're in agreement on that.
All right, toppings.
Toppings?
I liked Papa John's, but
Papa John's had
they were good.
Good flavor, and it was. It's hard to say because they all had distinct flavors. Papa's, you could taste that Italian sausage, and you could taste the vegetables.
Honestly, I gave
Pizza Hut had a good sweet sauce, and then the cheese was salty. It was a good balance.
Theirs was a balanced out for toppings, but that was an overall their thing blended together. So I'd keep that as taste. If we're going overall topping taste, I'm gonna say Papa John's. I'm going with because I'm
gonna have to say Pizza Hut and Papa's was tied.
All right.
For two different reasons. One had that sweet and salty taste, and one just had that more clean vegetable Italian sauce, which puts Domino's dead last.
So far they've taken 3 dead lasts.
Okay, now arrival time.
All right.
Papa's came in dead last. And keeping in mind, this was all ordered at 1:15 in the afternoon for a time delivery of 6 o'clock sharp. Then who showed up next? Then Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut was second, which put...
well, actually, I'd say they were closest to arrival time, so let's put them first. Because how far off
No. Hold on. Papa's came in first. Because Papa's came first.
All right. Papa's came first.
They arrived first, I think we should do it about... Because if you're early, that's fine. Because I told them I was having a get-together party. Which meant that we were doing something at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Which meant they should have been here either early or right on time.
Okay, hold on.
Let me
explain to you my thinking first. Alright, if you ask for the pizza at 6 o'clock and you are having a get-together, meaning it's timed, there could be things that you're doing before and could be things that you're doing after.
Yeah, but the point is...
expect it at 6 o'clock, meaning that the perfect time for it to arrive would be 6 o'clock on the dot. You could still be getting... If you were getting a get-together, you would still be, at that point, possibly getting ready or something. You expected it at 6. Therefore, the closest to arrival time should be the one to get it first.
No, but that's not the point. The point is, okay, if you're having a get-together, let's say you're having a birthday party and you had plans to eat at 6 o'clock. And you showed up early? Okay, well, you got it early.
Pizza earlier.
Huh?
And you should order your pizza earlier. If you expected it at 6 o'clock, that's the closest to which win.
I'm thinking whoever shows up earlier is more considerate because they don't know exactly what you got to do. So in that case, Papa's takes first place for arrival. Papa's takes first.
I'll disagree with that whole argument there.
Then Pizza Hut, and then Domino's comes in again, dead last.
I'm going to just think of something. Hold on, let me see. How far off was
Pizza Hut?
Papa John's?
Papa John's, how long? I'd have to go back and look, but they were like 8 minutes early.
All right, Pizza Hut.
And Pizza Hut was like 4 minutes early. And Domino's was like 13 minutes late.
Okay, so either way, Domino's takes the losing one on whoever's arrival time. All right, taste.
Taste? Overall taste? And actually, you know what? Go back to toppings.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they didn't, I'm going to, since taste is something different, put this down for my taste. The toppings down for taste. Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's.
Okay.
And then we're going to change toppings. Because I was doing the toppings in the order of the taste.
Well, don't put that down because we haven't discussed that yet. Put this down and we'll just change. Which one did you want for toppings?
Okay, toppings.
Let's revisit that.
I'm going to go by look-wise.
No, because that's appearance. Topping taste, Dad. Topping taste.
Well, then toppings and taste is going to be the same thing,
No.
then.
Topping taste itself.
Or actually, you know what? Toppings should be like the amount of toppings.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so let's change that completely. But don't completely write it out like because that's going to be my taste.
It'll be fine. Trust me.
Okay, so toppings in the amount.
Toppings in the amount.
Although
Honestly,
you couldn't see it, Papa's had the most toppings.
Yeah, enough to at least possibly.
Then the other two are going to have to be dead even because they look the same.
Yeah. So.
So Pizza Hut, then Domino's, even for a topping amount.
It looks like PhD.
Now, taste-wise, what did I have here?
You had Pizza Hut and Papa John's dead even, and then Domino's for taste.
Yeah, then that's what I'm going to do for taste.
For me.
And we already discussed it because we did that under toppings.
Let's do that again. I'll just keep it as PH and then
PH and then PJ and then Domino's. Then what's the next category? Appearance?
I'd say...
I'm going to say Domino's and Pizza Hut are dead tied.
Yeah, for top. And
then Papa John's, they just looked assed out. It was misshapen, and you couldn't see all the toppings. You had to just trust that they were there under the cheese, this, that, and the other.
You know what else you should do? You should do caller friendliness, like the people that you called.
Well, caller friendliness. Okay, if we're going to do that, let's do caller friendliness. Not Pizza, Domino's put me on hold for a while, so they put me on hold, and then the guy was like, okay, what do you want to order? Oh, wait, hold on again. And he put me on hold a couple times.
I think Papa John's should get the lead for that.
Papa John's definitely gets the lead.
Right.
Then I'm going to have to go with Domino's, even though I was put on hold. At least it was a clear connection, and I could hear the dude, and this, that, and the other. Pizza Hut, on the other hand, when you call even a local number, it still goes to a call center. And you might as well just go ahead and type it in the computer yourself, because that's all this call center's doing. The call center's not even in Texas. I called the number. I looked up the local number, and it still goes to a freaking call center. To me, that's... I'd rather deal with the people locally instead of some 1-800 number. Or... all these calls are routed to a 1-800 number. I don't know, but you know that's got to go dead last.
Right.
So
let's look at this. All right, so PJ, PH, and then Domino's. All right,
Domino's is gonna have to be dead last.
Hold on, I'm gonna rank them on which ones won the most victories overall.
Who's got the most losses?
Well, let's see. All right. I'm going to just go victories, and we'll figure it out, because the victories are fresh. Pizza Hut has one in price, and they have... Let's just count the one, not count... Well, should we count that as two victories? Like
what?
One victory for either side, outer crust, or since it's a tie? Or how should we count that?
Well, you put it as a tie. I put it as Papa John's. So
okay, well, then we'll give
we'll
both
put
of them.
both of them one. Since...
Both of them one. All right, then... Bottom crust, we got Pizza Hut is best, so
they
Pizza
get
Hut gets another one. Then toppings,
Papa's gets that.
Papa John's gets that one. Then arrival, we'll go with yours, and then Papa John won that one.
Then taste, Pizza Hut, and Papa John's, they each get one because they both tasted good for different reasons.
Yeah.
Appearance, Domino's, and Pizza Hut are...
Then, dead even for all of them, so nobody gets that one. Then color friendliness, Papa John's. So, honestly, 4, 5... If we're going with all of them, Pizza Hut and Papa John have tied, and Domino only got one victory.
Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Whereas if we're going with my arrival time...
No, Pizza Hut won.
No,
there's
this
1,
is
2,
one right
3,
here. This
4,
is one
5.
right here. This is one right here.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
You just put that there.
No, I didn't. That one was there. It was just hard for you to see.
No, that's dark. I could see
Watch,
that.
hold on. Let me count again. Right? Trust me. 1 Pizza Hut, 1 Papa John.
No, just count the Pizza Hut. Well, that one's for 2. That's Pizza Hut, because that one's a tie.
Right.
Remember?
All right, just count the Pizza Huts. 1, 2, 3, then 4,
5.
No, that's we're going with yours. Remember?
Okay. Oh, I didn't see.
Did not pay attention. All right, name and lose count. 1 Pizza Hut, 2 Pizza Hut, 3 Pizza Hut, 4 Pizza Hut, then hold on, I screwed this up somewhere. 1, and they get 1 for the tie. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 for them. And Papa John's gets 1 for the tie.
1 for the arrival.
1 for the toppings. So that's 2. Then they
1
get
for the arrival. That makes 3.
1 for the arrival. And they get 1 for the taste.
This is the tie, so that's 4.
And then they get 1 for color friendliness, so it's 5. But if we go with my arrival thing, that would give Pizza Hut 1 and it would win. But if we're using yours, that would put it at...
But you know what? The caller-friendly thing just really isn't... It's just the luck of the draw who you get. But, I mean, the pizza's the main thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's just look at it as the taste and the price.
If we eggs out Papa John's on that one, then they only have 4 and Pizza Hut has 5. And Domino's only has 1. So
as far as victory. So Domino's, y'all came in dead last. And I was expecting... You know who I was expecting to come in dead last? Papa.
He killed second place.
So there you have it, guys. So over here you have a description. I mean, down below you got the description. Over here you got a subscription button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Next to that's the notification bell. Notify you when we have new content. Over here, thumbs up, thumbs down, bap, bap. Y'all know the drill. Hit us with one. And then down below, you got a description of this video with links to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then there's a link to my friend's t-shirt website where you can purchase Big Red Show t-shirts. That website is www.teimp.com, www.teeimp.com. Go check it out. Click the link, click the store, click the Big Red section, and you'll find shirts that are either designed by me or has something to do with the show. Anyway, there you have it. Down below that, you got a comment section. Type us one out, type you one back, show us yours, and we'll show you ours. And I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for showing up, for hanging out for Pizza Wars. First time ever, 3-way battle, 3 pizzas enter, 1 pizza leaves. Well, they all going to leave in this big belly, in that little skinny belly. But, you know the drill. 3 men enter, 1 man leaves. And we got to say, Pizza Hut won this battle. Followed closely by Papa's, and then Domino's, y'all just got edged out. Sorry. Even though y'all looked as good as Pizza Hut, y'all just wasn't...
I think where they lost, it was just in the taste and quality, because they got edged out in other categories.
Yeah.
It wasn't that there was a bad pizza at all.
No, it wasn't that a bad... I mean, I wouldn't kick it out of bed.
No, not at all.
But, unless it wanted to do it on the floor. But anyway, thanks to each and every one of y'all for showing up for another episode of the Fast Food Fat Man. So just tell your ma, tell your pa, tell your greasy grandma, share the vid, and occasionally the little red. And we'll see you next time in the drive-thru. or delivery service because we still ain't got a car. Anyway, thanks for watching this epic battle of pizza wars on the Fast Food Fat Man. Big Red, over and out. We got more pizza to destroy.